Eldritch Moon. I bought probably right here. There's, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 packs right here that I'm gonna go through. And basically, I'm just gonna read off some of the cards that catch my eye, that I like, and tell you if this set is really worth it. Some sets I think have better graphics and certain creature cards than others. So. All right, here we go. Just gonna start opening every package here. So yeah. Alright. The first pack right here that I opened. The rare is called Splendid Reclamation. It's a sorcery card. I'm just gonna read out the rare cards. So yeah, this one says return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So it's a good card to recall all your lands and get them back to play. If you have a green deck, right? See, that's a green deck, right? And you need lots of lands to, fill up your life and play certain spell cards and that kind of thing. That's why it's called Splendid Reclamation. This one is a mystic. It's called Eldritch of the Crawling Horde. Looks like big burly king or some sort of warrior. It's a 4/4 legendary creature, human werewolf, and so it can transform. Apparently, oh, this is awesome. Whenever this creature enters the battlefield or transformed into Eldritch of the Crawling Horde, target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Oh. So that's good. It's that's only like a boost to, right when this card comes into play. But still, that's a really good card, nonetheless. And it says, at the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform Eldritch of the Crawling Horde to a 6/6 creature. And see, this creature is a little bit larger. Alright. And the description says, whenever this creature transforms into Eldritch, uncontested alpha, you may have it fight target non-werewolf creature you don't control. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform Eldritch uncontested alpha. So, it's a really good card. Playing a 6/6, Anyone that plays a 6/6 in a game has the upper hand. Usually, unless the opponent puts down a 7/7, perfect 7/7 or greater, right? A lot of wolf cards in this set, I think. Okay, this rare is called Elder Deep Fiend. It's a 5/6. It has flash. It's a creature, Eldrazi Octopus. Has the ability Emerge. So you have to pay 7 mana, and you may cast a spell by sacrificing a creature and paying the Emerge cost reduced by that creature's converted mana cost. When you cast Elder Deep Fiend, tap up to 4 target permanents. So that's right when this comes into play, because it's an octopus. You can just, as you can see, the tentacles and that sort of thing on there, right? You tap 4 of your opponent's, cards and whatnot. This is a cool card that I like. It's the Smoldering Werewolf. It transforms into a 6/4 Erupting Dreadwolf. Look at it. It's just a gnarly looking werewolf creature. That's that. Set. Quickly gonna go through all these layers. So we'll see if there's any repeats too, any copies that I encounter. Alright, so this card is a white card. This is probably an angel. Legendary creature, Angel Horror, 5/7. Bruna the Fading Light. It says when you cast Bruna the Fading Light, you may return target angel or human creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Flying. It has vigilance, so it can block more than 2. Melds with Gisela the Broken Blade to become a 9/10. Right, so, and the caption says she now sees only Emrakul's visions. So that's a really good card right there. Even though it's not a mythic card, it's a 5/7 flying creature. Deadly Angel. Gotta watch out, you know. Some ladies out there, you know. They get a little too wild sometimes, you know. I call them angels, most women. Although sometimes they're like, what's it called? Succubuses. Okay, so I hope you're enjoying some of this description and the pictures, and that the lighting's good enough. If not, I'm gonna get a better light to show these cards in the future. So this is a 6/1 creature devil. It has trample, haste. When impetuous devils attacks, up to 1 target creature defending player controls blocks it if this combat is if able. At the beginning of the end step, sacrifice impetuous devils. So basically you actually have to sacrifice this card after using it. Although it has trample and haste, so right when you bring it into play, you attack with it, right? So that's decent rare. I don't think it's as good as the last card, you know, the angel card, the Angel Horror, the 5/7. That seems like a better card that'll last longer. Be more of a defensive card, right? Having vigilance. Okay, so this rare is a 6/6 Alvenwald Observer is the name. You gotta pay 6 mana for this one. It's a creature tree folk. Whenever a creature you control with toughness 4 or greater dies, draw a card. So this basically draws on your dead green creatures or whatever you have in your deck to build your hand, right? I tell you, the trees were closing in. It's by the grace of Heron alone that I made it out of the Elvenwald. And some traveling merchant. It's a story of Rickton. Anyways, so that's a good power card. You know, it has 6 power for offense, right? A lot of cool cards too, like Cryptolith Fragment. Kind of interesting to figure out like what these cards do, right? I'm most interested in the rares though because they have the best abilities usually and the most value, of course, when it comes to trading. So the rare. This booster is called Collective Defiance. It's a sorcery. You have to pay 1 to escalate. Pay this cost for each mode chosen beyond the first. So choose 1 or more. Basically you can pay 3, I guess. Target player discards all the cards in his or her hand, then draws that many cards. Collective Defiance deals 4 damage to target creature, and then Collective Defiance deals 3 damage to target opponent. So you can do all 3. It's just a really good card. You only have to pay 3 mana, to pay that card, so that's super good. Alright, a whole bunch more still that I can open real quick. Rip these open. Get this done. Okay. So this card right here is Warp Infiltrator. It's a 1/1 creature human horror. As Skulk, this creature can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. So, I mean, this is basically just a really good offense card to sneak in a lot of damage on your opponent. You know, it's a blue card. Whenever Wharf Infiltrator deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card, so you can, you know, shuffle your deck or your hand. I mean, whenever you discard a creature card, you may pay 2. If you do, put a 3/2 colorless Eldrazi horror creature token onto the battlefield. So this is basically a really good offense card in general. It's kind of a slow, kind of creeping offensive card because it only does 1 damage. But then if you replace a 3/2 card every round or every turn that you have, then obviously you're going to have a really good you know, crew of creatures to attack with. So this one, this is the Assembled Alphas. This is a decent card. It's a 5/5 creature wolf. Whenever Assembled Alphas blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, Assembled Alphas deals 3 damage to that creature and 3 damage to that creature's controller. So instantly, this is it does a lot of damage. So this is always, there is a toll to pay for passage. That's a really good red card, fire card. Some interesting images here. Homunculus. Here's a shiny card. A black card. Ooh, a black shiny. It's the Cemetery Recruitment card. If you happen to come across it, then you'd be lucky, because you'll have a shiny card. You can flash at everyone and say, "Look at me, I'm rich with a shiny card." Alright, so this is another Bruna the Fading Light. Oh, this one is shiny. Wow. So that's amazing. And once again, this with the creature card, Gisela the Broken Blade, it becomes 9/10. So it transforms just to immense power, you know. Intense, immense, unfathomable power. Heavenly power. Alright, so this rare is called the Identity Thief, and it's a creature shapeshifter. It's blue, takes 4 mana to play, right? It's a 0/3. The description is, whenever Identity Thief attacks, you may exile another target non-token creature. If you do, Identity Thief becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn. Return the exiled card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So it's basically like a copy card, you know. It's just this is a really good, if you have a good, really powerful card already, then this copies that, and it's a good defense card because it's a 0/3. Right?